If you've known me for a while now, you'll know I happen to enjoy games where movement is important. Games such as Titanfall 2, RoboQuest, Mirror's Edge, and Celeste. All of these games have one thing in common, and that is the fast-paced, fluid movement that these games are known for. Celeste with its momentum carry from the jumps, Titanfall being Titanfall, Mirror's Edge being, well, Mirror's Edge, and RoboQuest being a surprisingly good take on boomer shooters and roguelikes. But what happens when you combine the movement of these said games with the art style and puzzle-based nature of Portal? Well, that, my friend, is simple. You get Just Keep Running. Just Keep Running is developed by Team I Am Myself, a small indie dev team formed by lead developer and head of the project Victor the Swede Arlen. JKR is a game that takes gameplay formulas that are familiar and mixes it up with its own unique flavor and spin on puzzle-based platforming. Now, Victor was an absolutely lovely lad and sent me a key for his early access Chapter 1 and 2 demo so I could, stream it and maybe make a video on it, which is what I am intending to do right now. But that is enough of me explaining how I got my hands on the game. Now I get to talk to you about the game. Just Keep Running as a game is already extremely polished, especially where it's concerned with its gameplay mechanics. Not only does it feel smooth and fluid to move, but it feels great to move. Wall running is snappy, it is concise, it is accurate, and all in all, it is fast. And with the subtle motion blur that Victor added in during development, makes it feel like it's also more of a cinematic experience. Story and premise is one of... it's actually really simplistic in nature. You are a superhuman test subject of Panthera Labs, a laboratory whose budget seems to not be able to afford them good food. But through very smart and very well placed notes and even little interactable readable computers, you'll learn that the story is already really solid with its premise. It's got a good base foundation, it doesn't give away too much detail, and it wants to be speculated on, almost, in my opinion. And that is great. That means it's all up to interpretation. And personally, I've always liked games where it's more on the player to really piece it together. It isn't just spoon-fed to you, it's like carefully placed out. And that can also be said for the secrets in the game, because secrets actually reward you with upgrade points. And upgrade points, well, they can add simple things such as extra jumps, extra hit points, jump power. I feel like there could be more there, but I'll get into that when I decide to share my critiques. And due to the fact that the secrets are Easter eggs as well, sprinkled in by the devs, it's really nice to explore areas and feel rewarding for it. It feels really old school in that sense. And that's the great thing. As the story progresses, you'll find yourself running through offices, you'll see yourself running through offices and laboratories more and more, while avoiding turrets and drones, which adds a sense of danger. Hell, even go through some bathrooms every once in a while. Overall, it's just a very simple yet effective premise that leans into itself and plays a part to its strengths very well. Now, there are some cons, and I won't deny that. But I'm going to list that off in a separate section right about now. I think, personally, when it comes to JKR, I can't really nitpick much. The game is extremely well polished, extremely fun, and is a speedrunner's dream. However, there are a couple of cons here and there, a couple of flaws, and hopefully this is a little bit better in terms of the feedback. Enemy detection cones, specifically on the ceiling-mounted turrets, do not exist. Now, the mobile trash can Roombas, or as I like to call them, Roombies, it's nice that they have that, but the turrets, the ceiling-mounted ones, they are the ones that are the actual threats, most of the time. And it's hard to tell when a turret is looking at you or locked onto you because of the fact there is no way to tell the player that, hey, there is a turret looking at you. And many times, especially on certain runs that I've done, it's gotten me killed. Hey everybody, Editing Azura here. A few hours after I finished writing the script, Victor actually updated the game and roof turret cones are finally a thing. Thank you, Victor. You are a W developer. In terms of momentum conservation, the immediate slowdown when you hit the ground due to friction is apparent. Now, personally, because of the fact that I've played a lot of games that center around bunny hopping, it's really weird when I'm flying at Mach 5 only to have my legs hit the ground and feel like I have just stepped in tar. That isn't a dig, but it is just something to note. Sometimes picking up objects as well can prove to be a little bit annoying. Sometimes when your cursor is on it, it could be a distance thing, or it could be like a hitbox thing. But sometimes it won't register the pickup animation for me. So there are times where I have to double back slightly to pick up cubes. Granted, that might be a skill issue, but there are times where I'm literally face fucking the cube and it won't pick up. Another one I'd say would be I'd definitely say it would be the whole. No, I haven't really got much else to be honest with you. Wait, never mind. I remember. It was the fact that when you use a controller, it's bound directly to your mouse and keyboard settings, and that's just a little feedback bit there, is the fact that while controller feels fine to use, the only problem is the fact there's no separate slider for controller inputs themselves. So you can't adjust sensitivity on a controller without adjusting your keyboard sensitivity. And I play on extremely high DPI, so normally it's very hard to control on the mouse and keyboard unless I set it to the lowest setting. I think, to conclude this, I will just say this. I've known about Just Keep Running for a while, and that is due to being friends with one of the co-writers of the project, being Dank. And Dank introduced me to Vic during one of our Lethal Company sessions, and now we're here. What Victor has done is something that many AAA game developers have forgotten. A simple, fun, condensed experience that rewards the player for thinking and doesn't handhold them throughout the game. It's replayable, it's enjoyable, the soundtrack is great, and Victor, personal message to you, mate. Keep up the good work. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on it throughout the months that it's developing. And while the demo is, as of writing this, yet to be released to the public, and the full game is still in complete development, it has promise. It shows a lot of promise. Now, I'll see everyone in the next video, and I'm pretty happy to get another one of these out. Socials will be in the description. Be sure to go follow me on there. And yeah, this has been Azura, everybody. Signing out for yet another video. Alright. Bye-bye, everybody.